So I was able to get my hands on a stimulus debit card. About 8 million of these bad boys are being sent out as we speak. You might have already received yours in the last couple days, or you may be receiving one within the next week or so. So I got my hands on this so we can take a look at what exactly this card looks like, what this envelope looks like, and then go over some frequently asked questions with the stimulus debit cards, because they're a little bit weird. It's a little weird to not just get a check that you can just deposit in your bank account. There's a little bit more limitation here, but overall it's fairly open as to what you can do with this stimulus debit card. So we're going to move this over to the close-up camera. Here we go. This is kind of cool. I feel like I'm in one of those unboxing channels. Anyways, the letter itself looks pretty nondescript. I mean, this could easily be mistaken for junk mail. I see why like thousands of people mistook theirs for junk mail the first time around. All it says is economic impact card here on the top with a little Treasury seal, the Department of the Treasury, and then says not a bill or an advertisement, which as soon as I see that, I would think, oh, that's definitely a bill or an advertisement, but then it says important information about your economic impact payment. A scammer could easily put that on a letter, so just be careful with that end. But yeah, pretty nondescript envelope. So opening this up, you can see obviously the address goes there. I just blocked off anything that could potentially be sensitive information. Comes with this little slip, encloses your economic impact payment card. A little bit of information about that. This was just the sticker that goes on the card to activate it. And then here is the card itself. Kind of sleek looking. American flag kind of zoomed in, blue with, the close-up stars. Let's take a look at that. So it just says, here's your economic impact payment card enabled by Money Network. That's an important thing to remember, Money Network, because we'll have to reference that a few times later. It contains the money that you are receiving under the U.S. Department of Treasury under the COVID-related Tax Relief Act of 2020. Now on the back here is some general information about the card. I wish I'd known that before I blacked out information on the front side, but this is my first unboxing video. We'll call it a bad unboxing. So it says features, fees, and limits, purchases, signature debit, point of sale, good to go. Purchases, PIN, point of sale transaction, good to go. Basically, you can spend this anywhere they accept Visa debit cards. Domestic ATM withdrawals, you can do that and at no charge. I'll go into that a little bit more. Well, depending on the ATM, it's no charge. Money Network checks, balance inquiries, balance updates, transfer funds, negative card account balance, no insufficient fees or overdraft fees, customer service in case you have any issues or you lose it, basic service fees. We see ATM withdrawals out of network. So this is, I'll cover which ones are within network, but if you go to just any old ATM, it's a $2 fee that comes out of this card. International ATM fees, $3. ATM balance inquiry, 25 cents. Bank over-the-counter fees, like if you were to go to a bank and cash out some withdrawals, that's $5 fees. And then you can see some transaction limits that really only have to do with if you had multiple payments on one card or if you have multiple children, because if it's just you, it's just $600, so that won't matter. So now let's go over to the website, just because that's a little bit easier to see. We got one more look at the card. Boom, and we'll go over to the website. And here we are on the stimulus debit card website. The website here is eipcard.com, eipcard.com. And this really gives you all the basic information about this card. As you can see, it looks the exact same as the one that we just saw. Gives you how to get started. You just call that just like you would a credit card. Nothing's really different there. Your ATM locator, which I'll show you that right now. If you need an ATM, there's all these in-network ATMs that don't charge any fees if you're trying to withdraw some money. Now you'll either be able to go to the website here, or they have an app as well that you can download to see which ATMs. And I looked and there's quite a few ATMs that were available, at least in my area. If you don't have one available, then you'll still be able just to go to a bank and withdraw the money, but it is a couple dollars. It's a little bit annoying to do that. But you can see, like in my area, there's ATMs all over the place here. And then we go into the frequently asked questions, which I thought this was really useful. Answers pretty much anything that you could possibly be curious about. Can I use my EIP card to buy groceries and make other purchases at stores? Yes, you can. You can go anywhere that they accept Visa debit cards. Can I make purchases online? The answer is yes, you can. Again, anywhere that accepts Visa debit cards, which is pretty much everywhere. Can I get cash using my EIP card? Now there's multiple ways to do that. First, from an ATM, there's no fees if you use those in-network ATMs. If you go to an out-of-network one, you're going to get a $2 or $3 fee depending on whether it's domestic or not. And then you can go to banks, and some banks will have fees. Like it said on the back of that letter, it's a $5 fee, so that might vary a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. How can I transfer funds to my bank account? This is one that I'm sure a lot of people are curious about. You can either make an account here at EIP card, and then you can make a transfer to your bank account, which I imagine a lot of people are going to do so they don't have to use this card, or if they want to spend it on something else, they can go ahead and do that. Or through the app. You can also do it through the app. You get the Money Network mobile app through the iPhone App Store or the Android App Store, and then you just click send money to an external bank account. Good to go, kind of like how Venmo would work or Cash App. Or you can do that by just calling this number, and then you'd have to just give them your account number and routing number that you're trying to get it sent to. What if you lost or destroyed your EIP card? As soon as you realize that, you just call customer service, let them know lost or stolen, no different than any other credit card. And this is just basic information about the card and what it's all about. So overall, I think this is a pretty interesting concept because one of the issues that some people have with stimulus payments is not everyone spends them. So by having the payment on a debit card, it makes it much harder. I guess not that much harder, but it's an additional step to transfer that into your bank account and just let it sit there or put it into an investment or pay off debt. It being on a card that's just this magical $600 card that gets sent to your mailbox makes you feel like, hey, I should just go use this next time I buy groceries or next time I go to any store or buy gas or something like that. It makes you feel like you should just spend it on regular spending expenses, which is good for the overall economy. It stimulates the economy is the goal of a stimulus payment. So it's really interesting in that it's probably more effective at stimulating the economy than just a regular stimulus check is. I'd love to see a research study on that. Maybe in a few years after all this chaos is done, they'll have some studies on it. So that's going to do it for today. First looks at the stimulus debit card, $600 stimulus debit card. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask them in the comments. And I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.